tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Winston now to throw on first down. A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. From the red zone now, Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, it's time to give real credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays that we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
The kick by Lutz is good, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Richardson finds his man. It's John Mechie. That'll give him 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. The Texans had 7-4 on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And some room to work. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. That good for 19 and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Richardson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 23. A good pickup there at 22.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. First and 10, it's Pierce. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
To throw is Richardson. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Three 0 after one on EA Sports. They'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Now Winston. It's caught. Smith. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Winston. Flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield. It turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
On 3rd down, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action. Winston escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Winston.
And he'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown!
Chris Olave.
His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Saints are able to move back in front.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Richardson.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now Richardson on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Back to throw again. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Houston. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Here's Winston. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's Smith to return it. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good. They've jumped in the sack. And I think the ball's out. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So, fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth. That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there. No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man. Richardson now to throw on second down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season. Following the interception, Winston.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Pass the 20 for a short gain, second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Richardson.
Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
And he'll be out right at the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Richardson. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Richardson looking to throw on 2nd down.
And yet again, it's Howard with a catch.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got a pick before. It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they have their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Forced out to his left. Looking long for Thomas. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Winston. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Final play of the half here. Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. On 2nd and 1, Winston. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 19 yards away.
And the Saints have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Richardson throwing to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They find some open field here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Richardson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Howard. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Handoff left side, Pierce. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
He'll let one go deep for Howard.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Texans. O.J. Howard, 44 yards.
And the Texans have yet again retaken the lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll go option to the short side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. A 10th carry for Kamara. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Kamara. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll give to Kamara here on the option.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Winston now. This will be caught at about the 6. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for two.
They'll turn to Kamara.
And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch, going to net them 23 and a first.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
To throw is Richardson. Off the play fake.
This ball caught by Mechie.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Richardson.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Slot man moves right. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Marcus May with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
Lutz with the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. Now Richardson throwing after the interception. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Now Charles dealing with a third and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Richardson now throwing on third and long. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Back to throw. Richardson. In trouble, and he's taken down. Cameron Jordan, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket.
And the pressure gets to him again. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Looking to throw. Richardson. Flush to his right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. The busy night continues for Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Every yard they gain, getting them better and better field position. And obviously, a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it, but you understand why they...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Here's Richardson throwing after the interception. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Pass caught on the out route by Mechie.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll look to throw again. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Taco Charlton in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on